everybody. So I decided to share with everyone here exactly what happened when I went to the ER and possibly why the activity has become more active since then. So a few videos back, I shared a video where I went to the ER and then like almost immediately after, like seriously, the night that I came back, and since then the activity has been pretty steady off the walls type of thing. Um, and what it is that as of right now, me recording this video, I am almost 13 weeks pregnant. And at the time that I had gone to the ER, I realized that I was pregnant. I had known for a week. I was a little over 4 weeks at that point, and I was at work and I started to bleed. And I wasn't really sure if I should go ahead and go to the doctors or if I should wait it out and see if it would stop on its own. But I told my managers the situation, and they said that it was in my best interest and the baby's best interest to go ahead and go to the emergency room to make sure that it was nothing serious. So that's what I did, and I was stuck there for 7 hours, and they told me I had experienced a threatened miscarriage and that I really needed to kind of like stop doing what I was doing. Like maybe it was like a too much of a workload because I was still cleaning houses at that time, and then I was still working at my other job. I barely had any days off. I barely had any rest, and I think that was probably the majority of what was going on. Maybe it was too much of a workload or something. But when I got back from the ER that night, things happened, like paranormal like things happened, and then since then it's been steadily increasing. Um, and when I had decided to make my last video, I actually kept to my word and posted some things that actually happened after I made the video onto my Facebook page, which I never actually put the link up for you guys. That was almost pointless, but oh well. So I decided that I was going to share with you guys what happened later on that day after I made my last video. So that day, David brought his friend over and they had gone fishing, and I stayed home because I'm tired. I don't want to do stuff like that. So when they left, I go and take a shower. And I close the bedroom door, but I leave the bathroom door open because there's no need to close all the damn doors. So I'm taking a shower, I'm singing my head off in the shower, and I hear the front door open and close. And I go, oh, maybe they forgot something. And so I just keep singing because I just don't care. And holy shit, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh my god, I'll show you guys. Winked me the flip out. Don't do that. This guy just moved his little non-working head at me. I mean, it's solar, but I got him at like a really crappy store, and therefore he's broken. He doesn't work. I mean, like he'll go and then he won't do anything, and he'll just stare straight ahead or wherever the flip he's looking at, and he won't move. And he just literally turned his head to look at me as I'm telling this story. Oh my god, my face is red. I just wasn't expecting that. He has not moved since I put him there. His head has not moved, and you just decide to move your head. I completely lost my train of thought of what I'm doing now. Next time he does that, like my little webcam actually moves. So I'll show you right now. He stopped because I told you he doesn't work. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. This is what he normally looks like. And then he actually had just moved his head. Like that, staring at me. So don't stop doing that. Don't do that. Alright, so he's gonna go back to normal. Okay, he's done. Sorry. I had to compose myself after that just happened. Now I have to add that to my Weird Happenings journal. What time is it? 7:10. Okay, it happened at 7:10 on, I don't know, on the 23rd. Okay, got it. Got it. It's logged. Anyways, don't. Okay, anyways, back to what I was talking about. I was in the shower alone in the house with the bedroom door closed, bathroom door is open, and I hear the front door open and someone come in and start walking around the house. They don't announce themselves like, "Hey, I'm back," or anything like that to make me feel better about like being alone in the house and it's getting dark, cuz this happened around 6:30ish, and I'm looking at it. And so I just ignore it. I'm getting a little uneasy because I'm hearing the footsteps with no talking because, I mean, they're together, they're going to be loud and rambunctious and whatever. So I get a little nervous, but I keep singing thinking that, oh, he's just going to come in and go, oh, okay, I'm leaving now. I love you. Bye. That never happened the entire time I was in the shower, and I kept hearing the footsteps, but the door never opened up again and no one ever left. Also, I did not hear a car coming because where the bedroom at and the bathroom is at, it's at the basically the closest to the parking space, and I would hear the car, and there I didn't hear anything. So after I got out of the shower, I got dressed really quickly, opened up the door, and I checked every crack and crevice of the house. And the reason why I decided to check every crack and crevice and not just immediately assumed when it was empty that it was a ghost is because during this time in my life, in my area, a convict convicted of murder from a couple of states over had escaped from prison and had decided to hang out in my area. I don't know why, but he was like, I think there was 3 of them or something. People can't really decide what the flip the story is, and I haven't bothered to check. But apparently there's 3 of them. They caught 2. One was still running, and he was in our immediate area, and like our schools were on lockdown, and for some strange reason decided not to do a lockdown. So we were like, oh, we're just gonna feed our convict free subs if he gets hungry or something. Oh no, I just said where I worked. Oh well. So yeah, and then I checked everywhere. I got immediately freaked out, and I just stowed away myself into my bedroom, and I had my laptop, and I got my phone, and I text David. I'm like, David, did you come back in at the house when you left at first? Because I heard the front door open, and I heard people walking around the house, and I didn't hear any voices, and there's nobody here. And he goes, no, I didn't. And I'm like, okay, that's great. Thank you. So I stowed myself away in my bedroom, and I got my laptop out and I started watching Kingdom Hearts Let's Plays because, I mean, what's more lighthearted than Kingdom Hearts? I love Kingdom Hearts. So I'm watching some random guy do a Let's Play on Kingdom Hearts, and I watched a couple of episodes of that until I got really thirsty, and I'm like, oh no, I have to go out and get a flippin' drink of water. Crap. So I get up my courage, I pause the Let's Play, and I get up, I open up my bedroom door, and I start walking into the darkening living room, setting up the atmosphere here. And I didn't even take, but like 2 steps into the living room when I heard a woman scream, followed by some muttering of some sort. And this happened it sounded like it was in the back room, like where my study and the other bedrooms are at. It sounded like it was coming from that way. And I was like, oh my god. I literally froze. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? I'm cussing. But really, that's what I thought. I was really terrified. And I was like, well, if this is something paranormal and nothing that's going to physically, bodily harm me, then I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear it. So I froze. I paused. I looked around, making sure it wasn't a convicted convict. And then I as calmly as I possibly could at this point, I went and got my water and gone away back into my room, and I closed the door and I just snuggled into my Let's Play. And my TV was off and my Let's Play was still on pause, and nothing else in the rest of the house was on. I mean, nothing could have made that noise. It was a woman screaming, people, okay? So that's what happened that night. And I was alone in the house and I was terrified. And then when David actually did come home early to get some towels, because when they go fishing, they go in the water in the dark, like retards, so they're wet. So he comes in and he asks me if I'm okay, and I'm like, no, I'm not okay. it sounded like someone was coming in the house when I'm flipping naked in the shower, and I don't know if I'm gonna get killed or raped or if I'm gonna see a ghost. And then I hear screaming, and he goes, oh, well, it could have just been some neighbors. I'm like, why would neighbors be screaming unless it's either a ghost or someone's being killed? There's nothing, I mean, why would someone have a party? Why would someone be screaming like that at a party? It sounded like a terrified, someone's killing me scream, okay? I don't know if, and obviously it wasn't the convicted convict, because I would have immediately realized something was really bad. There would have been more screaming, and the next day there would have been police and caution tape. So it was nothing like that. So I don't know if whatever was here was just playing on what was happening in the area, or maybe if it was playing on a residual repeat of what happened in this area. I don't know what happened, but that's never happened before. I've never heard someone scream before. I mean, I've heard people stop. I've heard people whispering and like stuff like that, but not such a scream where I literally go, that's someone screaming. Not like, oh, that could have just been anything. Someone was screaming. I'm sorry, it really freaked me out, and that really freaked me out. So now I'm like really psyched out. Okay, anyways, and then this happened on the 22nd. As of right now in this recording, that happened yesterday, and this happened in the morning right when I woke up, which is pretty weird because I didn't wake up to it having already happened. I actually stumbled upon it happening as I was getting ready for work. So regrettably, I have to set my alarm for 4:30 in the morning. So it went off. I actually slept really, really well that night, despite not having slept really well in a very long time. Well, that's pretty normal for my condition. Sorry, I had to fix the camera. I did not like the angle. Anyway, so I set my alarm for 4:30. I slept really well, so I didn't really lay in bed too much. I just got right up and I started getting ready for work. And David actually got up with me because, once again, his friend is over. They like to go fishing, and they like to do early morning fishing after night fishing because they have nothing better to do here. So he gets up with me, and after we both get dressed, we both leave the bedroom, and we're having our coffee, and he's folding the linen because I'm not doing that in the morning before I have to go to work. I'm not doing that. So I'm getting ready. He's doing whatever he's doing. Neither of us go back into the bedroom. And it's a completely normal morning until, I'm finishing up. I'm about to go to work. After I drink my coffee and I eat my breakfast, I go back to the bathroom. I pee, I brush my teeth, and then I leave. So I was finishing up my morning ritual. I go into the bedroom, go into the bathroom, do my business, and as I'm walking back out of the bathroom, I see the TV is on. And it was not on when I first woke up this morning at 4:30 in the morning, and I could not see when I was passing by because it's not the right angle. So I didn't see if it was on if I had first walked back into the room to use the bathroom, but I did see it as I walked out, and I was like, why is the TV on? I think I would have noticed that if it was on when I first woke up, or at some point in the middle of the night, the dim light would have woken me up somehow because that's just how I am at this point. So, I asked David, did you forget to turn off the TV, or did you turn on the TV? And he gets angry at me and he goes, no, I don't even know what you're talking about. And I'm like, the TV is on. The TV is on. I had to turn it off. It's on. And he goes, well, it wasn't me, whatever, because at this point, stuff messing around with our electronics and stuff is happening so frequently that he just doesn't care anymore, and he still doesn't think it's paranormal, even though it's not just the TV. It's someone has turned the buzzer on for our dryer, and that's gone on off in the middle of the night. And then we had our oven go off in the middle of the night when we didn't use it. I mean, it's not just the TV. It's almost everything that you have to literally press or turn. Something is messing with our electronics, but he doesn't think it's paranormal, but whatever, because it hasn't happened in any other house that we've lived in. It's just this house. So whatever. And then of course, so that happened, and then today, that owl just happened. He's not doing it now. So why would he have done it just then? As soon as I start making my video and talking about it, that's when it's like, whew, I know you're talking about me. My face is red again because I'm talking about something that just happened. Anyways, guys, so that's what happened so far. You actually kind of, you didn't actually see its head move. I really wished I had thought to just show you guys, but by the time I would have grabbed it, pointed it over, it would have been over and you still would have missed it. You guys still actually got to see something small, but still very, like, it wigs me out. Something small that still wigs me out just happened and you guys actually got to see it. It happened during my video. Maybe I should set like a trigger object like behind me where you guys can see, and if that moves you guys can tell me if it's moving. Maybe I'll set him back over there. Oh, that's the first time that's ever done that. Alright guys, I have to go now. Thanks for watching. Bye.